Good. Peace and blessings, you done made it through your struggle, so no need for stressing. We got the answer, we don't need the question. We gotta talk to God sometime, cause you need to listen.
Yeah.
Should I keep on spitting?
Yeah.
Like,
show them how you do.
Should I keep on spitting?
Show them how you do.
I hit my head
Let's get a round of applause for Jiggy Jada.
Gotta repeat the mission. Listen.
Yeah. Show them how you do.
How I do.
How you do.
Powerful.
How you do. How you do. Show them.
Rest in peace, Nipsey.
R.I.P. N.I.P.
Hours do.
Yes.
And they mad I won't give it up, but I'm sitting on some good power with you.
Welcome to Uncut Jewels. You are now tuned in with the Street Doctor and Jiggy Jada.
Rest in peace, powerful.
Jiggy Jada, show them why you jiggy. Let's start the show with some bars. Give me some bars.
Mommy said, give you some bars, I gotta give you some hard. Gotta represent, give it to God. Lift it up, we did this for the squad.
Yeah.
We trying to get to this cash and live it real large.
Yeah.
Live it up until we get bigger bucks so we can split it to the family. Never split us up. Can't divide and conquer, but I'm a monster. That's why I can't define it.
Yeah.
Let's go, Doc.
Give us a round of applause. Let's get a round of applause.
It's the vibe.
Tune in. Let's let the beat. Let's let the beat vibe low. You know how Facebook be hating. We don't need no mutant. We don't need no mutant today. You are now tuned in to Uncut Jewels. I'm your street doctor. And this is Jiggy Jada. We the type the sun go get it. No kidding. Break it down in front of your building. I be sitting on the steps feeling no feelings. Last night it was a cold killing. We gotta keep that devil in his hole.
Let's go.
Come on. But they know how it goes. They know. They front line. Bring it. Bring the beat down, Jiggy Jada. Bring the beat down. I'm so excited today. I'm so hyped today. I had to put the battery in my daughter's back. She was feeling like, oh, she had a long day and a long night. But you know what?
It was worth it.
Why is my chair so high? Can you bring me down?
How did you bring it?
Oh, here we go. But you know what? I want to show the world. I want to start my show off with showing the world why you the number one Staten Island rapper, period. Female, period. Beast, period. Female, period. Fella, whoever it be. Period. We don't even need no beats. We don't even need no beats. I want you to show my followers and show the world why Jiggy Jada is the IMDb accredited writer.
They didn't even know that.
Filmmaker and writer, accredited writer.
So you know what you gotta do? You gotta do it like this so they know it's real.
What you gotta? You rapping the capping.
Nah.
They don't even know about the They don't even know about the rapping the capping segment we got.
Yeah, that's upcoming for all the hip hop lovers. But throw me some words so they can know it's real. Throw me some words and I'm a freestyle like that.
All right, y'all want to see some words? We got 8 viewers right here. If you feeling this and you down with the street doc thing, you hear this is Uncut Juice today. It's Friday. Share the broadcast. You know what to do. Tag 7 people. Matter of fact, tag 7 writers. Matter of fact, tag 7 rappers. Matter of fact, tag 7 singers. Matter of fact, tag 7 poets.
Matter of fact,
tag 7 poets. Matter of fact, tag 7 poets. Matter of fact, tag 7 poets. Matter of fact, yo, let me show y'all why she is the best. The number one New York City. Show them why you the best, Jiggy Jada.
So just
this is the 5th show where I ain't asked you to spit on no shows. Open this show up with bars.
Give
me bars. I throw the words.
Right.
I want bars.
You want bars? I go hard. Straight up like BK. They know I bow guard.
Give me a mic.
Give you a mic, I hit them with Sprite and make them lean because it ain't no in between. Staten Island getting cream.
Facebook,
I hate looks.
Keep going.
Shook ones, but they ain't crooks.
Okay.
Yeah, me, I ain't shook.
Who are you?
Man, I am the best.
Who else the best?
No one could test.
Who's the test?
What? You just messed me up. Yo, we got one of our guests in the building.
Hi.
Sorry,
make yourself comfortable. The bathroom's there. You want to wash your hands or whatever. Officer Jennings just walked in the building. So yeah, for real, show them why Jiggy Jada is who Jiggy Jada is. We even got to do that. Just give me a freestyle. Just give me a hard 16.
Let me dig in my mental roller, my Rolodex.
I want to uncut jewel.
All right, let me get in my mental Rolodex. There's a few things I need to address, some few things I don't respect. How you chatting about me and you don't know me yet? And if I said it, then you know she said it. Open book, so I know they read it. That might be overhead. know the ledge. I'm over edges. They don't understand why I'm over wedges, and they will never understand unless they pick up a book to know these sentences. Look, I will put the shit together, write it with a hook, and they gonna recite it twice like, you can't imagine what my life like. How many nights I had to fight just cause I'm a dyke. For real. Don't think cause my mom's is sweet and soft that she's sweet and soft. Cause when they come to me, ain't no need to talk. That's the doctor. She ain't gotta speak at all. She's sick of all of y'all. Who want beef or war? Nobody. Talking crazy when you got nobodies. I roll dolo with no shoddy. Got me? Copy cool. How are you? I make power moves, dude, cause I'm powerful. Like how she get there? How she do that? I'm Jiggy Jada, Dutch's daughter. They ain't knew that? Nah. Huh. I beat the track up till it's blue black. Blue black. How you do that?
Let's get a round of applause. Let's get a round of applause.
How you do that?
She ain't even
that wasn't even a shot, but if I shot it, you wouldn't shoot back.
She not even spitting how she be spitting. That's what I really want. I want y'all to know that she not even spitting how she be spitting. It's a real freestyle though. Yes, so happy Friday, everyone. Peace and blessings to everybody out there.
We made it.
And hey, yo, what the fuck?
Somebody call it.
Peace and blessings, everybody in our Uncut Jew world. That's Officer Jones. Officer Jones is on the line.
She's gonna call in.
Yeah, it's 5:15. That's why she calling. She could just ask her to hold on a second. So we got Officer Jones. So peace and blessings, everyone. I'm your street doctor. Welcome to Uncut Jewels. I'm here with Jiggy Jada. And today you are now tuning in to Women Behind the Badge. This is the Women Behind the Badge episode. This is episode 5.
Yes.
Right? This is episode 5. So we are getting to what our sisters, it's Women's History Month. I got some powerful women who have some stories to share, all different backgrounds and stories. So it's not what you expect that you're going to see today, but I'm so grateful that everyone is here. Everyone is tuning in.
We should give them a why. What's the why for why we're doing this? The importance behind actually talking to women behind the badge. Why is that so important, Dr. Wilson?
Well, for me, it's important to put these women on the platform. I chose each woman individually to share who they are,
that's
what they do, and where they came from, because I wanted to show the world that as women, who are they behind the badge?
Right.
Everyone knows that, okay, you're an officer, you do this. Some are in school safety, some NYPD, parole. Who are you behind that? As a mother, as an entrepreneur,
because
what are your goals? What are your dreams? What are your aspirations? So I wanted to share that with the world, who they are. So,
and that's very, very dope.
That is why I chose you, Women Behind the Badge.
And I actually never heard something like this either. You never ever hear about women behind the badge or people behind the badge, period. You know, right. It's just a word thing of Blue Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter. But these are people also. Yes. People have officers in their family. We don't know their walk of life and what they go through. But because it's Women's History Month,
yes,
we're highlighting the women behind the badge.
Yes.
Let's go.
So I got Officer Nakia Jones on the other line. She's on the phone. She's on.
She's on home.
You home. She's not?
No, so she can hear us and we can hear her. She's on speaker too.
Peace and blessings, Officer Jones.
Hey sis, how are you?
How are you? Sorry, we were a few minutes behind. What's the real time? It's like 5:16, 17? 5:17 or something like that.
5:18.
Yeah, 5:18. And you want to get Officer Jennings together while I interview Officer Jones. So welcome to Uncut Jewels, beautiful. You turned my mic down. Welcome to Uncut Jewels, beautiful.
Thank you. I'm honored. It's an honor.
You are on the air right now. Okay. I would love for you to introduce to everyone who you are.
Oh, wow.
And where you are from.
Okay.
Officer Jones.
Is Nakia Jones. A lot of people know me as Officer Nakia Jones. I'm from Cleveland, Ohio. Now I'm residing in Atlanta, Georgia. A lot of people knew about my story in 2016 after the death of Officer Sterling. I was the female officer that went to Facebook Live and spoke out. It was time. And say, hey, what y'all not going to do is keep treating us no kind of way. We do this job. We took an oath. And
that was risky. I seen that video.
Oath, no matter the color of your skin or your gender. So once that happened, I realized what the blue line meant. I had never experienced it in my life. I've heard people talk about the blue line and all. I've never experienced it until I spoke out against it. It was a very trying time in my life, but something that was profound that you just said to the other young lady on there. I identified myself as Officer Nakia Jones.
Yes, that's my daughter, Jada. That's my daughter.
It's an honor.
Jada was on point. When women get in that uniform, because it's a predominantly male field, we sometimes forget who we are. We identify with, I'm Officer Jones, I'm here to serve and protect. So when all that was stripped from me, sis, I didn't know who I was.
Right.
And it took a lot of it mentally stripped me down to nothing.
And I want them to know exactly. I want to read the top of your bio so they could know exactly who you are, and who you were referring to in that video that you went into that caused your whole entire life to change. Yeah. Okay, so Officer Nakia Jones, she is the officer whose passionate and heartfelt outcry over the death of Alton Sterling and other young African-American males went viral and took to the nation by storm in 2016. As seen on BET, Roland Martin, Unplugged, The Tom Joyner Show, TD Jakes, Town Hall meeting, and President Barack Obama and other media outlets across the country. Nakia, right? I always say Nakia. Nakia has been vocal about her outrage over the actions taken by some of her fellow men in blue. The life of altering experience inspired Nakia to write her book, The Truth Divided, as well as write her first police drama entitled Shield of Silence. So I wanted to share that part for the people who just tuned in or just got in, and so they could be clear about what it was that you stood for and the actions behind your truth.
Yes. I mean, that just hearing that just made me shake. Like, this is the first time I've heard my bio read, and I'm grateful. And I'm all right to celebrate who I was, because before, when it was read, it would break me down because I'm like, I didn't even do anything wrong. I was speaking the truth. They stripped me of everything. I lost my job. I lost my home. I lost my cars. We didn't get what happened with Zimmerman. You know, Zimmerman shot somebody and got over $1 million. People supported him.
Yeah.
We didn't have anything. When I tell you, we were almost homeless. Now, I served for 22 years, and I'm no new police officer. We were almost homeless. For a woman I put my own self through the police academy. I came from a family of welfare. I was determined to make my life different. I was determined to write a narrative for myself that was not going to reflect who my family was. And for that to be stripped from me just like that, and for me to see what it looked like to go against the blue, I got death threats. And sis, I know you remember when I spoke at the one, death threats.
Yes.
My mailbox. Go get back on welfare. You need a bullet to the back of your head. To the point to where when I went to my chief to tell him I was getting these death threats and for him to investigate it, they didn't investigate anybody except me. He thought I wrote the letters to myself.
Right.
That's
that part.
Yep.
That part. So.
And I meant to just say, I was the first and only African American female officer on my department.
Wow. And these are the things that no one sheds light on, no one wants to talk about, no one wants to discuss. You know, these are the things that just get swept under the rug. You were supposed to follow the rules and regulations of your superiors, right? And maybe you'd still have a job. Right. Maybe you'd still have your pension that you worked 22 years for because you're Black and you have Black children. Right. And you stood up for what your truths were and what your beliefs were. Yeah. What you work for, you no longer have. So you worked 22 years to be homeless. Yeah. You worked 22 years to not be able to feed your children. You worked 22 years to be damn near bullied out of Ohio, right?
Yes.
Right. All over the media. I mean, come on now. This is why it was important for me to create this show title Women Behind the Badge, because no one knows what you guys experience. And it wasn't about the women behind the badge. It wasn't about the fact, oh, I'm going to have female cops on my show and we're going to talk about, Black Lives Matter and this and that and that. No, it's about real life shit. Like what these women go through every day on a day-to-day basis, what they experienced. That is what I wanted to highlight. Because you have goals and dreams and ambitions and you're a woman. You're a woman. You're still a woman at the end of the day. And you're a mother.
Wow.
And you have mothers and wives and entrepreneurs and feelings. Let's start there. You have feelings.
That's right. But it's almost like we're shunned if we're strong, but we're shunned if we're weak too. So it's almost like as a black woman, for me, if I appear to be strong, men say who she thinks she is, or she's gay, or she's a dyke, or she's this, or she's that, or you think you're a man. No, I'm just strong. Do you know what I have to go through? I have to feed and clothe my family. I've done it for years by myself. I was a single mother for many years, and my children have never lived beyond our means. I worked hard. And when I took that oath, I meant it. When I said I would serve and protect my community, I meant it. It didn't matter race. It didn't matter gender. It didn't matter disability. I love serving my community. When I tell you it gave me life, it gave me life.
Wow. I mean, it's so many things that, we could say, and sometimes there's no, there's nothing you could say about these things. I would just love to share my platform so people can see how real it is. That is what I'm here for. And aside from Uncut Jewels, when I first met you at Embrace Your Cake campaign, when it first happened, because you was the second year keynote speaker. I was the first year, you was second. And I went in to support that event, and it was mind-blowing just to hear you tell your story live. We all seen it on the news. We all seen it on social media, but to see it face to face and to meet you in person and to really see that, how could someone work 22 years and get treated and slaughtered like an animal? How?
I want to commend her for speaking out. It's such a risk to be a black woman with a voice, especially I can imagine on that field. And you did a great thing, and you touched many lives and many people because you were honest about it. I don't really think it was coming from a biased place. It was coming from a real place when you did it. And I think that's the reason that you went viral, because a lot of people were hurting. But then we had a chance to hear it from the other side of the spectrum. And I think that you represented very well. And I think that God has more gifts for you. So even though you fell on hard times, I believe that you will be better off in the end. It just wasn't your fight. Wasn't your battle. You did what you had to do. You spoke out. So salute to you for that on Women's History Month, being who you are.
Thank you.
Yes. And please let everyone know how they could reach out to you if they want to donate to, your situation. Yeah, they're listening. So we're live on Facebook too. Let them know what your Facebook is.
Share.
Please share this broadcast to the people out there watching Uncut Jewels. This is a real situation, a real topic, and these women behind the badge are everyday people just like you and I. So, cut them some slack.
Right.
Cut them some slack. Let them know where they can find you, Officer Jones.
You can follow me on Facebook on the Real Officer Nakia Jones Network. I would love to have you all follow me. I still speak truth to power. They didn't break my spirit, number one. God gave me a voice, and I'm going to continue to use my voice to bridge the gap between law enforcement. Also, I am in school now to get my psychology degree because I want to be that person that does the psychological evaluation before any officer works in one of our communities. So I'm still moving truth to power. You can also find me on IG, the Real Officer Nakia Jones Network as well. And then I know a lot of people are donating to my Cash App, and I truly, humbly appreciate you all so very much. If you want to, this is hard for me, y'all, because I'm a giver. I've never had to receive, but God is telling me to open my hands, and this is real hard for me. I think this is the hardest part for me. It is $KIA213. A lot of people don't like to do GoFundMe because they said that, I guess, GoFundMe takes a certain amount of money. Like, no, give us your Cash App. So that's it. And please, you guys, can you go to YouTube and share the silence? We are trying to get Tyler Perry and I see him in my face. His name is right in the face in my face with the glasses. Black guy. We're trying to get him to look at Shield of Silence and pick it up, y'all. It's going to be about us, and it's going to depict us the way we should be depicted. And you all are going to get to see some things that y'all don't know that goes on behind the badge. It's going to be good, I promise you.
Thank you.
Trying to reach out to Tyler Perry and Spike Lee. Spike Lee, Tyler Perry, come on, let's get it. Let's get it.
Let's go. It's already, we put it out in the atmosphere, so two of us touch and agree, it shall be.
Yes.
And I thank you for sharing your story on Uncut Jewels. I will be in touch with you later behind the scenes. And stay up, Queen.
I will. Thank you both so much and love you.
I love you too. We don't trip. We adjust our crowns. Okay.
I go. Thank you.
All right. Peace and blessings. Yeah. Yo. So hi guys. Hi. I'm great. Y'all wanna it's okay. Everybody was in traffic.
Perfect time.
Everybody was in everybody was in traffic. I think we gotta pull a frame out. Look, is that the perfect way?
I was gonna say take a break.
Okay.
Set up with them, play a song.
All right. So play one of your songs, not something that they're gonna interfere with. Or you could set them up and I could still talk to my viewers.
Okay,
yeah. Yeah, you could set them up. So yeah, guys. So peace and blessings, everyone. The broadcast started a little late today. So I didn't get a chance to get into what I get into. However, you guys know we do the Hustle and Motivate segment, Surprise the Struggling segment. So if you're a hustler, we want to know what your hustle is and what motivates you to do that hustle. What motivates you to do that hustle? And of course, share the broadcast, tag 7 women, tag 7 men, tag your children. Who interferes with our women behind the badge more than our children? And this right. And this is why I was very specific about this show, because I wanted parole and I wanted school safety and I wanted NYPD and I wanted every woman. I try to get every woman, corrections too. I try to get every woman behind a badge so they could show you that they are real people. Like, this is real deal. Like, Antoinette, come on, how much stuff you do? Come on, what we do? So I want you in the frame. So we're gonna pull this chair over a little, and then you could just move your chair over so we can see you in the frame. We can see you in the frame. No, you which way you went? Yeah, you could go back that way. Yeah, so we could see you in the frame. But that end of the table, I could see them too. No, go back. Yeah, all right. Perfect. We perfect. So hi ladies. Hi guys. So welcome to Uncut Jewels. You here with Uncut Jewels. This is my daughter, Jiggy Jada. Everyone. Y'all want to introduce yourselves? Because we ain't gonna talk about the bios. We ain't gonna talk about the we're not gonna talk about the bios, okay. But we have NYPD officer chaplain Antoinette Jennings. Yes, can we got a round of applause, Jada Hart? And then we have school safety woman behind the badge, Mrs. Rachel.
Level 3 Shamblers.
Yes.
School safety.
Yes. And then we have Miss Gangstress Gilmore. Miss Gangstress Gilmore. We have parole in the building, so I hope none of her what you call them? parolees. Parolees are watching. No parolees. But we have my cousin-in-law, Nicole Gilmore from Parole. She's in the building. So that's another woman behind the badge.
Yeah.
And 2 more women running late behind the badge.
All right.
Corrine and Meech is behind.
Stimulus traffic.
They stuck in stimulus traffic. So we have them. So ladies, feel free. I don't want you guys to feel like I brought y'all here, because I told y'all I didn't bring y'all here for you to talk about whatever you don't want to talk about. No trick questions and all of that. But what I did bring you here for is because the camera's right there. So when y'all talk, y'all can look that way and they'll look directly at you. Okay. What I did bring you ladies here for, because 1 is Women's History Month. 2, we don't see this on many platforms. And 3, I'm interested in who you are when you take your uniforms off. Mm-hmm. That's what I brought you guys here for. So you want to introduce? We could start with you, and then we'll go around the table.
Hey ladies. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Foremost, I think it is very important what you're doing. We don't see too many of these platforms, so I want to say thank you.
You're welcome.
And thank you for thinking about me and
exciting
me. You are awesome and amazing. As a woman, you know, I always tell you I look up to you. I watch you for the last couple of years. You are growing. You're glowing.
Thank you.
And the blessings are definitely falling into place. Just keep doing what you're doing no matter what. God has a plan. So I give you thumbs up.
Thank you.
I'm happy to celebrate Women's History Month. You know, this is my month. Also,
yes,
I normally have
you always have a conference at City College.
But it's important for us to celebrate each other. You know, we see a lot of degrading things on TV, women talking down to each other. It's important that we lift each other up because, like Jacqueline said, we go through a lot.
Yes.
We go through a lot, you know, and the woman behind the badge, when I take my uniform off, my day is just beginning. How about that? Okay. I still got to go home, take care of my kids, get the schoolwork done, get the food ready, and still do everything I have to do as a mom before I lay my head down, and it seemed like I'm still not sleeping.
Right. And that's what they don't see. What they see is, I have an emergency. Help me. Mm-hmm. Somebody killed somebody. It's your fault. You a cop. You a lady. So automatically you wear this too.
Listen.
You don't have feelings.
Listen, girl. Okay, first of all, when in uniform, we carry so many hats, you know, especially school safety. Let me give a shout out to school safety, because before I became a cop, I was school safety for 8.5 years. And I proudly served.
Okay, so yeah, shout out to school safety.
I'm tell you something, you when watching other people's kids, because that's what we were doing. And we watch other people's kid and keep them protected. And you don't get enough props for what you do. You know, people send their children to schools and expect you to protect them. That's a hell of a job to do. So I say clap to school safety.
Yes. Round of applause for school safety in the building.
But
yes, that's why I said they got to be here too. Like, people act like this is not a big deal, because no, it's a big deal.
Absolutely. But it goes back to, even at school safety, I learned this. I'm a social worker. I'm the mom to people who don't have mothers, or mothers that's in the home is not taking care of their kids. That's the same thing I do as a cop. I'm a social worker. I'm a parent. I'm a friend. I'm a protector. You know, so we wear so many hats in the uniform. You know, and it's not easy, but it's a job that I love to do. I love serving. I love serving the community. And I'm grateful that God has allowed me to work for NYPD for 18 years.
Yes.
And in 2 years, I can retire and be a full-time parent to my children. And I'm grateful to be on this platform. Not only am I a police officer, but I have a nonprofit organization called Leaders of the Future No Limits, where we go out and we serve the community. And the umbrella of Leaders of the Future No Limit, we have I Am Woman, where we support our women in the community. It's not a black, brown, or a white thing.
Yes,
we support everybody, because we all need each other. And again, that's who I am. And I'm grateful that I have 2 beautiful kids. Well, I have an adult child and I have a 10-year at home. And I thank God for my kids, because if it wasn't for them, I don't know where I would be. They keep me structured and they keep me going. And I do this for them.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. So moving right over to Mrs. Rachel.
Hi.
You can move up to the mic, and the camera's right there. You can introduce yourself and who you are.
Hi, my name is Rachel Chambliss. I work for school safety. I'm a level 3. Who I am? I'm a regular woman behind this shield. First, I want to thank you because I love you. You're
I love
involved
you
in
too.
everything. I pray for you. You're a fabulous person. And I thank God for being in my life too.
Thank you.
Because you help me. I watch you when I could sneak and watch you. I do it. She's amazing.
Thank
But
you.
I'm a real woman behind the shield. I cry just like every woman. People think because we all put that uniform on that we're not women. I hurt just like every woman in this room or any woman in the street. I do everything possible that I can do to support and help everybody else. And sometimes I don't get it back. But God be the glory. I'm going to keep doing it. And I just love my job. I'm 20 years Wednesday.
Hello.
I'm on
How about
my
do this,
way
Nasia?
out.
I
On
press
my
2.
way out in due time.
Hello.
I know that's right.
I'm winding it down.
That's right.
And I'm going to serve
Talking
the
about women who
community.
put in years up here.
Yes.
They put in years.
Years. I did 20 long years. And I'm ready to walk. I'm tired to be the real woman that God wants me to be.
Let's go. Let's go. So Miss Gilmore, you want to introduce who you are to the room? Welcome to Uncut Juice.
Thanks for having me.
You're welcome.
Thanks to my peers, my fellow ladies, officers.
Yes.
I don't know what you want to know about me.
Well, you could tell them. You could tell them who you are and your title, like or what you do, and go from there.
Okay. So, before I get to me, thank you.
You're welcome.
No, what you do is amazing.
Thank you.
It's appreciated. Being in the community, serving the community, being about the community, and then seeing a woman do it, it's awesome. So, thank you.
Thank you.
And thanks for highlighting, women behind the badges.
Yes.
So,
yes.
I'm Nicole Gilmore. I've been in law enforcement for 14 years. I was a parole officer for 12 years, and I became a senior parole officer just about almost 2 years ago. It's rough, but yeah, it's a lot of hats. Prior to that, I was working in the homeless shelter field for 11 years. So I've been about service. I went from, what's funny is seeing people in the homeless shelter and the substance abuse, field. I see them in the parole. Some of them have come back. How you doing? They're parolees or their family are parolees. So it's a lot of hats you wear. Being a parole officer is just not going to people's houses to make sure they're there or going to lock them up.
Right. That's what I wanted them. That's what I wanted everybody to share a bit and piece of.
It's more to it. It's
like what you do. You know what I'm saying? When you take that uniform off, but when you out there, like you saying, it's more than just going to people's houses, making sure they in the house at 8:00.
So let me just speak, because being a senior parole officer, now I'm in a position, I'm writing the warrants, I'm conferencing with the parole officers, we're talking about it, they're bringing me the case. Yeah. But as a parole officer, you have your caseload. So from the beginning of it, it's you're getting the parolee coming from the correctional facility, right? So he's coming with whatever stipulations that he's coming with. So you're looking at his case, but you have to go meet the family first. So people forget that part when they hear PO. It's a PO, it's everything shuts down because it's the PO. No, the PO has to know everybody. The PO knows the dog, the kids, the mama, the grandma. When I used to knock on doors, it was, hey, grandma. Because you got to remember, he's on parole, but the family's not. Or maybe not. We do have, unfortunately, sometimes generational, stuff like that going on. But you have to put yourself in that family, so to speak. You're the problem solver. You're the bridge. So you have to go in there and you have to explain to them what you expect him to do. And you got to make sure that they're on board to give him that support. Because this person is coming back in his community. He's coming back out here with the rest of us. So if he doesn't have that support or she doesn't have that support, then he's just kind of hanging out. So you got to make sure that you set up these things for him. Does he need drug treatment? Does he need anger management? Does he need domestic violence? Does he, he may be coming back into the community after 5 years, haven't seen nobody. That's why one of the first things I would do when they would come home and come to the office is welcome home. A simple welcome home. He's been called a DIN number for 5 years. He's been called a number. Yeah, right. So Mr. Such and such, Mr. Johnson, welcome home. That does a lot. That takes layers off of somebody when they're meted and greeted like a human being. So you have to meet people with that, but you have to have that in you to do that. You do have what the community sees, especially now in this climate, is you just see a bunch of officers and we're all, D heads. That's not the truth for all of us, especially some of us who come from these communities.
Right.
We come from these upbringings. I'm speaking for myself. I mean, don't even get me started, but so I can understand and relate. I know what goes on in that home without people even saying it, just by going and visiting the home. So you have to, that's why the social work, being a social worker and a case manager 11 years prior really helped. But coming from that community, knowing the people, seeing them, they the uncle, they're your father, they're your cousin, your sister, you're able to kind of adjust. So when you're a woman, there's already barriers put up just because we're women, so people, you this, you that. No, I'm a woman. I'm here. I work here. This is what I do. And you just have to remind people that you're here and you're in the business of service. So now being a senior parole officer, you got to kind of make sure that's what you're teaching people to do. So this is the fun part to me, actually. Being a supervisor as a senior parole officer in parole, it's we make it move around. If a senior parole officer is not involved, it's going left. It's a lot that takes to some days I'm like, I could just go back and just have my caseload because this is crazy. Because if you miss a beat, it goes left. Like seriously, from anything from a guy being service to getting out on time to but you really honestly, I spend more time studying the parole officers
than the inmates. Or what they call them. They're not inmates no more,
they're
right?
Parolees. For us, they're parolees.
I said inmates.
No,
parolees.
No, for the correction officers, they're inmates.
Sorry, I said inmates.
But
the parolees.
You
right, the parolees.
If you're out there and you're engaging with people, you have to be mindful about your mannerisms, your respect, your boundaries. So I pay attention more to the parole officers. Being a supervisor, you worried about the parolee. You got to look at his case. But if your attitude's off, if you lack certain integrities, motivation, and now you're sitting in front of somebody who needs that, that's a big concern for me, because I know I engage not just with the parolee. I'd be on the phone and dealing with his mother, who's telling me about a problem about him, and now I'm getting on the phone with him and having a whole nother conversation. So it's a lot going on. You can't just deal with your parolee. You got to remember, you're going into mama's house where there's 4 other people staying there. So you got to understand that everybody can't just get up and move just because you want them to get up and move. People don't have the resources that all of us may have. He don't have that. And mama don't have it either. When she said she would support him, she meant from her SSI that she get from 600. You got to be reasonable in what you put on people. So parole, law enforcement itself, especially again with a woman, especially as we move through these ranks, the more time we get in the street, the more time we have on the job, learn your job, know what you're doing, and then really try to educate people. And then you'll find that you get different responses too, when you know your job. Right. So, now, that's the job part. But when I go home and take this equipment off, that's the other job.
And that's what we're gonna get to that part, but we're gonna introduce Officer retired. Excuse me. Can I get a round of applause for retired? I don't want to leave out. Don't let me leave out because she's on her way out. She's on her way out. She just walked out.
Yes.
She just got out.
Literally walked out. Really.
So
Congratulations.
yes, you got to pull the mic to you and
Oh, okay.
can we see her good? Like I don't like it's not even. All right. Yeah. Okay. Move over. Yeah.
There we
But
go.
can you talk? Yes, you can talk. All right. Perfect. So the camera is there. Tell these people, introducing retired NYPD
Yes.
officer, mother,
That is good.
warrior, wife,
Servant.
leader.
That's it.
Yes.
That's
Could you
it. That's
tell
it.
tell
Yes,
these
yes,
people?
Yes.
Tell these people
Corrine
who you are.
Brown.
Welcome to
retired
Uncut Juice.
Police officer from the NYPD, 19 years, wife, mother, and now a servant leader. And when Jackie said, literally just walked out, I'm 8 months off on retirement. But when I came into the department, it was 2001. During 9/11, right before 9/11 happened. So I was definitely out there from the academy with not knowing what, coming from the business background and just being thrown out. But then just doing what I came to do, right, to serve. And so 19 years later, not finishing my actual 20-year contract, I walked out when COVID occurred. Because of family issues. Because remember, behind the badge, there's a mother, there's a wife, there's somebody
Hello.
serving other people. And so the choice had to be made. Do you stay or do you go? And I'm now 8 months out. And yes, I sacrifice some things because that's what we do.
Yes.
Behind that workload, with being a woman. And you know, a lot of people looked at me like, what are you doing? What are you doing? You're leaving some things that you are entitled to, but there was a moment that you have to decide which one comes first. And although I love my career, it was a blessed career. I worked in the school system, the school safety division for 15 years.
Hello.
19
School
years.
safety. So is it safe to say that a lot of the officers start in school safety and then
I wouldn't say that.
No?
No, but
so
look
just
at
y'all
who-
three,
look at
y'all
who you're
four happen
seeing.
to.
Look at who you're seeing. So you'll
Y'all
see
four
the
happen to.
majority of school safety will be women, and it still is women.
Yes.
The majority of school
Right,
safety,
and I
because
didn't know that
what is
either.
it, right? We're nurturing kids. We're there because we know what it's like. Whether we're mothers or not, there's still a nurturing aspect to whom a woman is, and so therefore you're going to see higher numbers when it comes to women in school safety. But then, of course, we'll move on. But I was a police officer who then worked in school safety with school safety when they created a new division. I took that on as seeing an opportunity to just reach the youth. Coming from, again, that background, right? I was still living in the projects when I started the job, and I was raising 2 children as a teen mother on my own. So coming into the department is like a no-brainer, but I actually went to housing because I lived in housing. So my intent was to make a difference with
Right, where you in your
know.
community that you live.
Yes, but then when the opportunity opened up for school safety and to work with the youth, you know, my spirit just led me in that direction. And I stayed there for the last 15 years until they just recently downsized it. And then I was pulled into another unit to work with the youth. But again, COVID came in and just changed all kinds of things. And I was faced with the reality of having to decide whether, you know, I was going to do this because my time, my days changed, my hours changed, all these different things changed. My husband is also in law enforcement, and we have 2 small children with special needs. So therefore, it was like, okay, what are we going to do? And because I had 19 years and my husband has 5 years, it was like, who's going to be working more here? So at the end of the day, you know, the woman, you step in as a mother, now the mother comes in,
Right.
And you choose, is it going to be the money or is it going to be your family? And so I did, but, and I stepped out on faith because it really was the Lord telling me time was up. He said to me, time is up. Like you have to know when you've done your part and when it's time to switch gears. And when he said time was up, I kind of fought it a little bit, but then you know how it works. If it's your time and if it's his will, he's going to bring things in and things are going to occur where you're going to have to make that decision. And I stepped out on faith, walked out the door, and I did leave some things on the table, but glory to God, I lack nothing.
Hello.
And I still have my family, and we've been safe, you know, and free the entire time with no issues, no sickness, no nothing. So just all praise and glory to God. And now
God is good.
I continue to serve.
Yes.
my community, and through Facebook Lives and on YouTube, I just post what the Lord speaks to me and what he tells me, what is coming and what he will have me give his people. That is really just it. So here it is. I consider myself going from an essential worker to now an essential witness for Christ.
All right.
Hello.
So
Hello.
I have a question
Absolutely.
because you have a very interesting background. So given everything that you said, how were you able to, I think you know where I'm getting at.
Go ahead. I want you to finish though.
Okay, yeah. How were you able to get from there to where you are now with all the things you may have seen and or experienced in your field?
That's actually an easy question. The hand of God. When I look back over my life from where I started and the things that I've gone through and the things that I've accomplished, I can't explain it fully, and no one else will be fully able to explain it. We can go down the timeline and look at some different things, but then you would say it would only be the Lord that would have directed you or put you here or protected you from that or got you in this way or moved you right before this happened or changed that thing for you, made this occur and made that happen so you can go here and maneuver here. And it's really just the Lord.
That's an amazing answer. So whereas though it could have turned you around, most people would turn a blind eye and be upset. It actually brought you closer to the Creator.
That's it. And that's what he does. And there are times when we do get to a point where we could go the other way. And there was a time when I remember becoming very angry and resentful about certain things. Just, you taking on all these emotions and feelings that people are giving you, being a woman with a badge, right? So you're receiving all this negative energy coming your way. And it's not just from the people that you're here to serve, but it's also for the people who are supposed to be serving with you or helping you to serve, supervisory or whatever. We have a lot of backlash when it comes to that as women, but then you have to deal with the public, then you have to deal with your coworkers and superiors as well. And then try and still stay on task, on point with what you are supposed to give out. As she was saying, when it comes to the attitude, if you're not good, like as a supervisor, you're looking at your people. If you're not good, then they're not good. I wasn't a supervisor, but as an officer, I'm dealing with the people, the public, which is the direct first line to what we are here to do. And if I'm not good and I'm not showing something that's presentable to them, then I just screw it up for the rest of us.
Right.
Yeah. And people forget that, you see the woman, you see the badge, you see the equipment, you see the uniform, and then you forget that, and we shouldn't, but I may have had a bad morning too. Something may have happened with my kids. Something may have happened, with my husband. Something may have happened with my, my family. And now I'm here at work and I'm on time, and you giving me your business. Now I have to, and I'm speaking more as a PO because I've only been a supervisor for, a year and a half, but just being a PO, and now you got to now quickly shut down what's going on in your personal life, because Parole don't need that. He doesn't need to, or the people in the street don't need the officers coming out, or the kids in the school doesn't need, the school safety officer having an attitude because I'm in need. I'm the person, I'm the client, I'm the person you're supposed to be serving. But we're human, and people see women and badge and automatically it's an equal sign to tough and rough. And that's not, I remember, my parents passed away 2 years apart. And I remember going to work. My mother was, when she was dying, when she was sick, her coming to my house, me as a parole officer, you have the flexibility of setting up your own schedule. And I would design my schedule to make sure I was at work, doing what I had to do, have my daughter included in helping out my mother, get my mother back downtown to get on her accessor ride, get to her appointment, stay with me through the weekend. And nobody at the job knew, with the exception of maybe 2 people, until 2 weeks before my mother died, because at that point she had got gravely ill. And I was like, I got to take this time off, thinking in those 2 weeks I was going to save her. But nobody knew because I didn't bring my stuff to work. Right. But I was going through something. My mother, I was still grieving over my father passing when my mother got diagnosed, with stage 3 cancer. So it was like, what do I do? But when you're in law enforcement and you're a woman, all you kind of hear is nobody cares. You hear that all the time. Yeah. You tough, you rough, you got that badge, and you a woman. Now you're gonna be a woman and start whining.
And you got a gun.
Yeah, and you got a gun. So what you trying for?
Because you're a cop, so you automatically aggressive and nasty.
So you rough, you tough, and
you don't have that 5 minutes to go through stuff. And then now when I go home, I don't want my mother to see me crying because I see how she's looking and deteriorating. And you got to be strong for everybody. I got to take the calls from, from the work. I got to deal with the kids because nobody understands and everybody has their own need. And people forget to take care of us.
Right.
We have our mental breakdowns. And I don't mean to say that it's extended that we got to be hospitalized or anything, but we do have our breakdowns because everybody needs us. We're having our families on this job. I started this job with my daughter being 5. She'll be 19 on Monday.
Dang, you've been there that long?
I said, 14 years. Now I'll be 19
oh my
on
God.
And then I have my
seemed like yesterday.
Parole baby. My son will be 12, my parole baby, in April, but had that baby and get back to work. I was doing visits with a belly, to the point where they was like, okay, you're getting a little too big. You got to come in from the field. But I'm knocking on doors. I'm ready, because everybody needs us. There's no stop. So when you say you're retired or you say you're on your way out, people don't understand. And with any job, no matter you're secretary for 30 years, you're on your way out, and you're looking forward to it. But when you're an officer, you're on go all the time. There's no minute off. So,
but I think it's very important. And I stress this to women, especially women in uniform. Like you said, we don't never stop.
Mm-hmm.
We have to stop.
Yes.
And it's okay to know you can stop. Take a minute because this is not an easy job.
It's not.
And no matter how hard we try to leave it at work, it still comes home with us.
Yes.
And so we have to know that for our mental sake, that we have to stop. And I think because people have this expectation of we have to be strong and we can't cry and we can't do this and we can't do that because we wear a uniform and we got a gun. We live to that.
Yeah.
We meet their standards in that. We participate in that. It's okay to say no.
Yeah, it is.
Yes.
I need a minute.
Yes.
I got to go take a break. To your kids too.
Yes.
Because we forget we got to be superwoman 24 hours a day. It's okay.
It's okay. Well, I've learned that now.
Right. Me too.
I've only learned that in the last couple of years, and it really took my losing my parents.
It takes time.
To be honest, my whole attitude changed with people. In the beginning, I was a little bitter. I just lost my parents, so I was bitter. But you see just what you can lose out on. So my whole attitude with certain things just kind of changed. I do make time for myself. I make isolated time for myself. I don't care what it is, whatever it is, I'm going to make time for it. So that is important. Like you said, really important what we do. Today, first day, and I kid you not, that I put a sign up in my window at work that said lunch. I swear.
Wow.
Today was the first day. It is.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Great. Can we get a round of applause for you standing up for you?
Because somebody was real disrespectful still walking the door while I had the meeting, and he was like,
They gonna learn.
I still need, and I was like, and I gave him the look. He was like, okay. And that's work. That's not my kids. My kids they'll come to the bathroom. Your kids will follow you. They'll walk past my husband.
I still touch her stuff.
Yeah. So
right, and she's 30.
She's 30. But we're
All
always
the
needed.
time.
But you have to
stop it.
show people how to treat you.
Yes.
That's something that I tell my kids.
My
all
other
the
girlfriend,
time.
my girlfriend, shout out to Shala. Last week's show, we went out after the show. And Mikey called me, and she was overhearing me telling him, "Look, we're not doing this right now. I'm at the show. I'm working. I'm doing this. I'm doing that." As soon as I hung up with him, she was like, "So he got you programmed because you're doing exactly what you told him you wasn't going to do. So you work for him, right?"
Yeah.
You work for the kids
because we don't set boundaries and we just allow just a little bit more.
A
little bit more, and then some of us. We'll take that job home, and now you treating everybody in the house
take it home
like they're parolees, inmates, people in the street.
Yeah, so that's
so
one of the questions. So one of the three questions that I had, because I wanted to know, okay, so you go home, you take the badge, you You stop looking at me, y'all. Y'all go home. Y'all take the badge and everything off, but how do you separate? How do you separate? Because as women, we're already overly emotional. We were born with that curse, right? So how do you separate the two when you say, okay, it's 5 o'clock, so I'll be home by 6 o'clock. I already cut the cheese. I took the meat out. I seasoned that. This one's doing their homework. That one's doing that. You got it all set up. You think you're going to get in the shower, jump in your clothes, throw that in the oven, put on a load, argue with him or her or whatever that situation is, and then somehow freeze what your last 12 hours. Because I know a lot of y'all don't do 8, right?
No.
Let's be clear. Nobody that work for the city do 8.
More.
Right.
Yes.
So how does that work? Meech, you need to be at the table. I know. You want to let her in, Nasia? You could come here. If you want to wash your hands, you could or whatever. So yeah, like how do y'all, that was important for me to show them, like how you're able to separate the two, how you able to, one, separate the two, and then two, what about your goals and dreams and ambitions? Like who you guys are after you get off work, after you're done with work. Now you got the woman, you got what God got you doing. You have your thing with your spices and your nails and your this and your that. Rachel got her thing, and Meech when she decides to let go of her thing. But for you women as entrepreneurs, like it's not all about, all right, you a cop, you are all right. Who are you? What are your goals and dreams and aspirations behind that badge? When I take the badge off and now this is my passion, this is my love, this is my heart, this is where I'm spending the other 18 hours up because it fuels me, and this is where my journey is, this is where God wants me to be. How do you juggle that?
I like to cook.
Because I want to know those people. I want to know, like, what is your ambitions and your goals, and what it is that you are already doing or you want to be doing or you trying to figure out how to start doing, because this badge ain't it. This is not my life. Like for some people it's their life, but some people's like, this is not my life.
It's not my life.
Definitely not mine.
Definitely.
It's definitely not mine. I like to.
You have to introduce yourself.
I'm Nicole.
Because Nicole.
I'm sorry, everybody.
Move up.
I'm late,
Nicole is here.
but I'm here. I'm Nicole Meacham, work school safety.
Yes.
Okay. Came in right after Rachel. She's in her 20th. I'm right behind her. And no, after this badge, no, this is not my life. I really want to be a travel blogger.
Okay, nice.
Okay.
That's what I want to do. I like to travel. 4 times a year. So I really want to be a travel blogger. And I also want to go back to doing hair.
Nice.
So, I mean, I'm ready to. So that's what I really want to do. And I love kids. So I definitely want to incorporate something with working with children.
Okay.
Most definitely. Because I love kids. So,
okay.
Mentoring children.
Yes.
Nice. What about you, Rach?
I love.
What are you doing after your last year?
I'm getting married in September.
You are? Wait. How do I do this? Wait.
We need the clapping hands.
Yeah, we got it.
I don't need any claps, Nasia.
Lord.
All right, there we go. Go ahead, Rach. September.
I'm getting married in September.
Yes.
And right after that, I'm going to take a 2 weeks vacation and relax. My niece is getting married in May. So I really need that break right now because I'm going through a lot of things emotionally. I lost my dad too. So
sorry to hear
sometimes you need a break, like how I was saying. People really don't know what we're really going through mentally. You know, I'm trying to make sure my mother and my family is well too. We're all pitching in. But after that, you know, I'm going to be excited. I want to be a mentor. I want to do the community. You know, I help with, I have a step team. I was at Wagner High School teaching stepping for 18 years. I did the Serenity Jewels, a private team. I want to help the girls. I don't have children. So the children that are in the schools, I mentor them. I watch them grow. I watch them become lawyers, nurses, doctors. And my step teen children are still close to me this day. I love them. And I just want to be me. I just want to relax. I want to be fun. I want to be witty. If I want to be mad, I want to have an attitude. Leave me alone. Let me sit there with my attitude until it's over. People say you have attitudes and speak negative towards you sometime. It's not the attitude. It's the personality that you're dealing with when I'm giving you that choice. So know who I really am and know inside I'm a person that bleeds. So I just want to relax and live my life.
Okay.
And be left alone.
Miss Gilmore, what you doing?
Well,
Miss Entrepreneur.
I'm fairly new. That's actually a good question. Because when you doing law enforcement, you think that is your passion. You think that is what it's what you start identifying with. It's like I'm an officer. No, I'm a woman. I'm other things, and then I'm an officer during this period. So I've had a lot of things that I wanted to do that I stopped, started and stopped.
Mm-hmm.
Use the job as an excuse. Use wife as an excuse. Kids, everything was an excuse. So recently, I started my seasonings business. So I make my own seasonings. I blend it together. I put a lot of work, a lot of money into my business. So that's what I'm doing. In case anybody at Parole's listening, I like the job, but I'm not on the way out like the rest of y'all. But I would like to leave way before. And I love what I do. But do I have that same fire for it? The politics change the job, kind of change you. Your attitude with the job, not me, but the attitude with the job. Because you're like, the demand is going up, but the money ain't, the comfortability ain't, the accommodations aren't. So let me find something outside of this job. Like I said, my kids are getting older, they still need me, but I want to do something for me. So I've tapped into that. And I really love it. I like what I'm doing. I stand on my product. I know what I'm giving you. I know what I'm telling you to put on or asking you to put on your food, and people love it. It's been great.
I hope you brought some to Uncut Juice.
I have two bottles on me.
I hope she brought some to Uncut Juice.
On my blog. Well, I don't know if it's a blog. I have because I'm not good with the social media, but I have a group on the Facebook, and I had made an announcement that I sold out. I only had those two bottles, but that's a great feeling.
You sold it,
sold out, and I'll have new batch on Saturday tomorrow, but that's a great feeling.
Nice.
One of the things that I'm asking people is what you can't give monetarily, you can tell somebody else who'll tell 3 other people, and that's how your business.
Yes, word of mouth is still the best.
That's still the best
promotion.
I
still the best promotion.
I just learned how to switch back and forth on my Instagram.
I'm gonna need some seasoning.
Yeah, so listen, perfect blend seasoning. I'm gonna hand out these cards. I deliver, and for postal, it's a flat rate of $9. But let me tell you, people are reaching out, and I have the Hot and Mild. If I could do the shameless plug right now, Hot and Mild, 14 ounces, 7 ounces, $13 for the 14 ounce, $8 for the 7. You will not regret putting perfect blends on your food.
Nice.
Trust me. I stand on that. So I will be handing out them cards.
So Miss Corrine, because we going around the room. We going around the room asking these beautiful officers. If you are just tuning in, you guys didn't even go live. Y'all so wrong.
I did.
We all on Facebook and nobody went live. See what I'm talking? See how your sisters do you?
I'm
Guys, see how they do us? See how your sisters do you? None of them went live. They shared it and got off. They was like, just share this. Watch this.
How do you share it?
Okay, so let me go live.
Where's your phone?
Over there. Yeah, that's what I just
You gotta
said.
send the link.
You can get it. Then we on a podcast. They do all kind of shit on here. But we not doing it, but I'm telling you, they be doing all kind of stuff on podcasts. All kind of stuff goes down, girl. I'm live on Instagram right now. Usually I would have took a commercial, played a song. My daughter's taking a nap. Meetra's over here. How do we do?
Wait, that's where I left off at. Sorry.
Oh, that's where you left off at. So yeah, so we are here, and these look around the room. This is Officer Gilmore.
I don't know how to work
Rachel,
I don't know
Meech.
how to go live on Facebook anymore.
No, we taking a behind the scenes break. We taking a break because everyone in the room is trying to go live. Everyone in the room is trying to go live. All the ladies. Yeah, we on a break. Nasia, how I do this? How do I play a song and go to a break? We're playing a break.
That's what I'm saying. I never go live. So
Is this live? Oh, here it is.
On who?
oh. Oh, okay. Okay, wait.
Oh.
Wait,
How you know if you live me?
oh, yeah, it says go to
Press
live
the
broadcast.
No, you didn't put women behind the badge.
Wait, what was I supposed to do?
Did you too?
Oh, boy.
Please, come out of there.
Yeah,
Go
how
back
do you
again.
do-
Go
I
back
don't know
again.
how I did that. I lost my mic. How you go live?
Wait, let me turn y'all mics down. Turn their mics down, Nasia. That's what I gotta do. All right, we're going to take a break, guys. We up here, women behind the badge. Tune in. Tune in, guys. You are now tuned in to Uncut Jewels with the Street Doctor. Wait, I'm trying to tell them something. So we are you are now tuned in. You all in the camera, Nasia, on live. You are now tuned into Uncut Jewels. We are taking a commercial break. I got a full house here. We got all our women behind the badge are in the building. So we're gonna take a quick break while they get their phones together and try to go live too, like us. And that's what we're doing. Share the broadcast. Share the broadcast. Tag some other fellow officers. Tag some children. Tag some friends. Share it. Just share it. This is a great. Listen. This is a This on my Facebook. Just go to my page. Go to my page. This is guys, this is so amazing, right? You know why this is amazing? Because we have some strong women in here today, and they are sharing their stories, not only about being on the job, but what they do behind the badge. And that is what this is about. So I wanted to share that with all you beautiful people. So I had all my beautiful sister friends come in here, Parole, NYPD, Ohio HPD, school safety. All the women came in here and give you guys a different perspective, because they are more than their uniforms. They are more than their uniforms. So yeah, we're supposed to be on a commercial and I'm talking. I turned their mics down. And feel free. We'll take a caller. Call up right now. Call up to Uncut Jewels, 718-477-0139. If you have a question for one of the ladies, if you want to share, if you are a woman out there and in law enforcement, call up 718-477-0139. And if you want to share what your hustle or motivation is, if you a hustler or what do you do? Like, what is your hustle? And we're not talking about drugs. I'm saying, yeah. So, right? I'm being specific because I don't want to get locked up. Like, I'm in the wrong place to be getting locked up. We got parole in here. We got NYPD. Don't lock me up. I'm talking about as far as an entrepreneur. What is your hustle? Like, we got Nicole up here. She's slinging seasonings. Yeah, she's slinging these perfect blend seasonings. You know what I'm saying? I'm slinging my juice. Check out my new Uncut Juice. This is the Hustle and Motivate University. Check this out, y'all. Y'all ain't even. Y'all didn't get to see the new one. This is the new one. I didn't. Y'all didn't say anything. I got money. Wait.
Come on now.
Hold on. I have Money Pound Respect shirts in the car. Let's try that. Okay. But the Hustle and Motivate, this is my first time wearing it. This is the new one.
I like it.
Thank you. Thank you. Little off the shoulder. That royal, you know that royal purple, that royal Corrine. First of all, Corrine got like 3 shirts, so y'all behind. Let's start there for the rest of the officers.
Yeah, I like that one. How do we get that one?
She said, "How do we get that one?" Well, just cash at me, and I will make it, and I will send it to you to your homes. Yes, whatever color you want. I'm putting y'all mic back on. Forget this commercial. Forget everything. Just forget the commercial. We coming right back. Come on, lady. Y'all keep talking. We on a podcast. This is what they do on Drink Champs and stuff. Let's keep talking. Just keep talking. So yes, I can make you whatever color you want. Hustle and motivate. University.
I want to mint green.
You got the Queens Don't Trip. We adjust our crowns.
Sure do.
Almost every color.
Sure do.
We got the My Money, My Power, My Respect. Also for the Hustle and Motivate collection. Drum roll. I have the Love, Pray, Motivate, Hustle Hard, and Repeat.
Nice.
Yeah, you didn't see that.
No.
You didn't see
You
that.
got that with you.
Nicole, I have it, not with me.
You gotta carry the merch.
I know.
Look, this is a new day.
You're an entrepreneur. You have to
Nobody-
carry.
Nobody
Hands on.
Nobody has a house full of merchandise like back in the day. When people place their order, then you make it.
Okay.
Like
That's simple, fresh off the press.
Like the boosters.
Like the
Remember the
boosters.
boosters?
Yes. Like the boosters. Yes, ladies. So we back. We never took a commercial. I'm just gonna give a round of applause for the beautiful women that are in here today. And who live?
Oh, it's your live. Oh,
Who
Didn't
live?
you say go to your page?
Nicole, what are you doing,
I don't know.
Officer
I don't
Gilmore?
do live. You know what? I went to school with you.
Go to Facebook, Nicole. It's Facebook.
You went to McKee? Yes.
Lord
That's who I am.
Jesus.
This is what I'm talking about.
You got a high school reunion up in here.
Yes, we went to school
Okay.
together.
Look at Officer Jennings. I have not seen you. Oh my God. Can we just have real raw girl talk? Like they think that y'all all about guns and badges. Show them that you're human beings.
Yes.
Yes. Regular people.
We don't got a gun over
Just
here.
regular people. Yes. What are you doing? Let me see your phone. You talk while I tape you. Go ahead.
Wait, I wasn't talking.
Go ahead.
Miss Jennings.
We were all talking. How about that? Go ahead. Go ahead, Officer Corrine. And Officer Jennings, you was talking, right? You was talking about how hard it was. And you was telling us what you do. What you slinging? You slinging them words and them scriptures. She's slinging scriptures, guys. She's slinging them scriptures for God. Yes.
Yes, that's what he says.
Yes.
He says, open your mouth.
So as an entrepreneur, now that you're retired, what are you spending most of your day with? Like, what is your
Number one, the first ministry is my family.
okay?
So I am a stay-at-home mom now. Yes, raising two small girls, 6 and 3. And which they have a lot going on with remote learning. But it's definitely a good feeling not to have to go anywhere. I love the snow. I enjoy it. And we just moved upstate a year ago. And so we get a lot of snow.
Yeah.
And they love it, but I ain't got to go nowhere.
Nice.
Yeah, I ain't got to go nowhere.
So she get to relax.
Relax, yes. And just
Isn't that a
take
beautiful thing? Do you? Because you still look so young. Do you feel like you did 20 years, 19 years?
Nope.
But let me say, I got to commend you because, you know, being an NYPD officer, I know what she left on the table. And to walk away right before the end, it takes a lot.
Mhm.
And I know that it only had to be God-given and divine purpose because a lot of people couldn't do that. I don't think I could do that.
I mean,
But I won't say what I can't do, but I just want to say that I know what you gave up. And that just shows, you know, you got to know the balance and what's most important. And your sanity and your family should always be number one. And you're a prime example of what meant most to you.
Yes.
So I commend you for that.
Thank you.
I mean, I know you don't need a pat on the back for what you was supposed to do, but that took a lot of courage, you know, a lot of courage.
And I think it also came from the last 5 years I've been training for the department, and I've been training in a specific topic called conflict resolution. And I trained like over almost the entire school safety division, as well as uniform members that were a part of the school uniform task force. So in that process of doing that training for 5 years, you cannot show up without actually taking into account what you're speaking. You know, I would stand in front of the room in front of 20, 30 people on any given week and say, listen, you know, you have to know what your priorities are. where you stand. You need to get back to who you are. Self-care is important. We got to live through this, right? The statistics say that when anyone who's in law enforcement, once you retire, that you technically live between 5 to 7 years. So basically they do the numbers on that. Say they round it off to 10 years. That gives them a way of computing, well, you do 20, 30 years, but we only going to pay you for 10 more because you're only going to live for 10 more, but you bust your butt for 20. That took 40 years out of your life in reality because you're sleeping against the time, you're doing things against your time, you're stressed out. And so therefore, you start to deteriorate based on the way you have to function. And so what I would say is that, you have to get back to who you are, get back to the basics, get back to what you do and what's important to you. Like we're going around and what do we do outside of the badge? Because when we lose ourselves, then we give our lives to that. And then what happens is when we say, okay, I'm done, I'm finished, I want to just live my life and be comfortable, we stop. And because we're always so busy moving, you can't just stop the body just like that. You have to have something else because you throw it into shock. And therefore, you become that statistic 5 to 7 years that you only enjoyed your retirement for 5 to 7 years. And I would always say, if I'm teaching you, listen, you got to understand how not to get stressed. You need to know what to do for yourself, because if you're going to give them 20 years, I'm getting 20 years back. If I gave them 19, they're going to pay me at least 19. I'm not going before that. And in order to make sure that that occurs is that you have to take care of yourself. Like I said, I was there at 9/11. We know what the deal is, right? I was getting my yearly checkups, making sure that I wasn't exposed to anything, that I was healthy. And so a few things came up, but thank God, nothing major. That's why I say it was the hand of God, because I was at ground zero. I was at the landfill. But the only thing that came up was like I had like a little bit nasal or like acid reflux issues. Other than that was little sleep issues. And that subsided, of course, as I continue to look into how do we make sure that we live past this thing. If we're working for a pension, you want to live to enjoy that thing? Because that's what we put everything on the table for. Oh, our family, our pension. We want to enjoy. We want to sit down and relax and do nothing. When in reality, you can't do nothing, at least not right away, because you want to wean yourself off of that high that you've been hustling, bustling, and going. But in order to get back all that you've put in, so to speak, because you can never get back the time, but you need to recoup it with the goodness and being able to live life as long as you put in that work that you've been doing for others. So if you're going out there and serving other people, you got to serve yourself first.
Hello.
Very important.
Let's talk about that. So, Officer Jennings, what do you have going on? Because this is Women's History Month. We would have been sometime this month at your conference.
Yes.
Right. Hello. So thank you. Right. Wait, let me just put this out there for this daredevil. Ho, take your phone. Let me just put it out there for Officer Jennings, who is, let me tell you how much of a gangster gorilla she is, right? So she set me up. She called me. She set me up. She set me up, Corrine. And no, wait, it was two. Wait, the first conference or the second one? Which one of them you set me up? Which one was it? One of them. She set me up. So she's like, yeah, I want you to be my speaker. So I'm like, okay, cool. Why the week of, she's like, you're going to be my keynote speaker? And I was like, what? I was like, what? She was like, yeah. I decided that I want you to be my keynote speaker. I'm like, and today is Monday. So you wait. So I'm on the flyer for months. She's promoting it. We all on the flyer. And you're going to be my keynote speaker on Saturday? Saturday. So first of all, you want to give me 5 days to prepare to be the keynote speaker, and drum roll. Let me do this. Drum roll. My significant other just died, and that was in January. So I had 2 months. You don't even know what it took for me to even show up. And then why I accepted, because I felt like it was God testing me. So I struggled with a yes. Because I was going to be there anyway, but you don't have the pressure of being a keynote, just speaking. Like speaking, you're just speaking. When you being a keynote speaker, you got to speak. You
got to bring it.
So I was like, God, you got mad jokes. So is this a test? Like, all right, so he died January. We buried him the 20 something, and this is March 8th. So I got about So I'm gonna still do the event because I got a little bit of time, and now I'm gonna be the keynote too, so I have more pressure on me. So yeah, the Gorilla Gangster. So we would have been, she would have been in City College this month, Women's History Month. And I have not saw you, so I want to give my condolences because I know you lost your brother, right? Your brother in the summer.
Yes.
And mom, your father's.
My father.
Yes, and dad.
No, I lost my father 3 years ago. My mom's been passed away.
Your dad's wife, right?
My dad's wife.
Yes. Yes.
My stepmom passed away. Yes.
Yes.
So when I said you got to take a break, I needed a break. So for the last year, ironically, I didn't plan a Women's History event last year. And if I did, it probably wouldn't have happened because COVID hit in March. You see how God works? Because normally every March I have something, but I had to take a break. And I'm going to tell you, and when I retire, I want to answer that question. I'm going to get married and just be a wife.
Amen.
I've committed myself.
A round of applause for that. Let me get a round of applause for the women who can't wait to be wives. Give a round of applause for the women who can't wait to be wives, and for the one who can't wait to be divorced. A round of applause for the women who can't wait to be divorced. We got some real women. These are the women who serve our communities. These are the women in our schools, our communities, our parolees. Like, this is some real stuff up here, guys. Like, that's what I want to bring. Like, I always bring the real, but I felt like this too was a challenge from God, who was testing me again and saying, do this and always create where there's a need. Right? So why do we have to be on Ellen or Oprah or OWN for people to see that this is real? This is real life. This is real things that's happening. So when I got that light bulb moment and I had like an epiphany and I was like, oh, so this is why you was using me the way you was using me all my life, because I needed to make those connections so I could connect with different individuals. So when the time came, I just knew who to call. And that's what it was. Yes. It came. Who is this? It came like that. I don't know. I want to see who's this. Oh, they hung up. So it came that way. And I was like, oh, this is why you set me up all my life to do this.
God always have a plan. He prepares us for everything. We're not aware of it.
Right. I had no idea. So I was like,
he's preparing us all the time.
I thought this was for something.
Shout out to Jesus.
Shout out to Jesus. Is this Jesus?
Hey, Jesus. Come on.
This Jesus calling.
And
Let's see.
all hear Jesus right now.
You are now Uncut Jules. Who's calling?
Hey, Destiny.
Huh?
Destiny.
Hi, Destiny.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
I just wanted to say thank you to the ladies for coming in and.
Oh, thank you. Hey, we got a caller here. How you doing, Destiny?
I'm good.
How old are you?
20.
How old?
20.
Okay. So what's going on?
In the bed, not feeling good.
Oh, feel better. Feel better.
Feel better. We appreciate that you called in not feeling well to thank us. We appreciate you, Destiny.
Thank you.
How you doing in these times of the COVID?
Getting there.
Okay. Are you in college?
Yes.
Do you know what you want to do in life?
Business.
Okay. Well, whatever you do it with passion, do it with commitment, and you'll get it done.
Amen.
Thank you.
Amen. Thank you for calling, Cupcake.
You're welcome. I love you.
Love you too.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Beautiful. Jackie, I want to just say again, thank you for creating a platform like this, because we're sitting here, but I know there's so many other women that could be listening or one day will hear this and understand that they're not by themselves.
Right.
Yes.
You know,
thank you.
We all got something going on. And I think for me, I'm gonna be honest, and a couple of years ago, the female officer, Familia, that got killed.
She was your partner,
that was
right?
my friend. That was
Rest
someone
in peace.
I worked with. Someone I gave a kiss to on the cheek that morning. And we put on this, we put on this uniform
Yes.
every day with the expectings of going home every day.
Let's talk about that.
And I had to go to her locker and get her stuff. And her locker was set up as if she was going to go home that night. And she didn't go home. And it just made me realize that if I'm going to be honest, if I could have resigned that day, I would have. Financially, I couldn't afford it. I was like, damn, if I was married, I would have told my husband, this is a wrap. Because they don't respect us out there anymore.
Wow.
We are not bad.
Exactly.
And let me just make this clear that in every organization you have a problem.
Yeah, that's true.
In every organization, it's just done differently. And so when people look at us, they identify us all as the same, and we're not. I love what I do. Make no mistakes. I love being a cop. I love helping people. I love serving my community, the community that I came from. And when I stand on those corners, I don't get no problems because I can relate to them.
Exactly.
So don't come here with that. And I tell younger cops that's coming after me, treat them the way you want to be treated, and treat them like if that was your people, that you would, somebody your people come in and encounter with a cop. Because people only going to receive what you give them.
Yeah.
Not saying that, you got some hard head knuckleheads out there. They're going to always try you, but most times these kids out there, they just want someone it's going to be all right. And I just want to be that officer that make a difference. I've gone into homes. I remember going into this young lady's home, and I think this is what made me become open my own nonprofit organization, because there's limits to what we can do as a cop. But with my own organization, no one can tell me how I can service someone.
Right.
And I went into this apartment, and this young lady couldn't figure out, she didn't have enough money to take her child. Her child was breathing funny. And the EMS was like, we'll take him to the hospital. She was trying to figure out if she should take her kid to the hospital because she didn't have no money to come home.
Wow.
I'm like, I'm listening to the conversation because I'm a mother too now. I'm like, I'm a cop, but I'm a mom. And I'm like, you should never have to debate if you're going to take your kid to the hospital because you don't have any money.
Do you know how many women have to that make that?
Come on.
Every day.
Should I eat or travel? Should I buy food or wash clothes?
It's real out there.
Yeah, it's real.
Seriously. And I mean, it's making me tear because I was like, I can't believe it.
Yes.
So I went and I got money from the ATM and I gave it to her. I was just like, it is what it is. I don't know if I'm going to get in trouble, but this is something it's worth getting trouble for.
Right.
But then that made me realize, you know what? I got to get out there and I got to do more. I got to help my women out there. I got to help my people out there. And it's good that we have all of these bright, intelligent women. The street doctor, Jackie.
Let me get a round of applause for the street doctor.
Let's get a round of applause for the street doctor. She is awesome.
Round of applause.
And like you said, I remember that. I called her up and I asked her, I need to be the keynote speaker. And
I said, I'm going to kill her.
Yes. And she made sure she told me that she was.
I was like, what? She was like, come on, you're like a mentor to me.
Yes.
You got to do it. I was like... And she was full of excitement, like always. I've never seen you down. I only seen you down when your brother.
Yeah, that was hard.
I seen you down for that.
And I'm gonna say that.
And the officer that you
familiar.
Yes, when I seen her get killed in the Bronx.
That would be something. But I'll tell you this: God is good. What keeps me is God. Because I've seen a lot. I've endured a lot. We, come on, we can go into stories. I'm pretty sure we all as women got stories about in this uniform, but it's God that kept me. And I give kudos to Captain Turner. Because I remember when I was in the academy, he said, always find a hobby something outside of your job. So I say to the woman behind the badge, if you putting everything into behind this badge, stop.
Yeah.
Find something that you enjoy doing and do it, because that's what helps me. I love servicing. So this going out and doing my woman, I am woman, that brings me joy. That was my thing that I created to give me an outlet other than the badge. You know, so always find something outside of the badge. And for me, I'm a straight up, like, you know, and if you know me, I'm all the way Jesus, Jesus.
Yes.
God keeps me, keeps my family, keeps me protected. I stayed in some of the toughest corners out here by myself as a woman, and God kept me, you know, and I got 2 more years.
Good for you.
Yes. A round of applause for
Yes,
him.
yes.
Yes.
I'm
So,
walking. That's a song, Mary,
what
I'm
time is
walking.
it? What's the real time?
Everybody's retired.
So it's I would love for you ladies, if you want to, I need an uncut jewel, like a closing out jewel, and also to let people know where they can find you all and stay in touch with you, your media handles, whether it's Facebook or Instagram, if you have a website. How can they stay connected? What is your Facebooks? Because Corrine bought us some food. Corrine, shout out to your sister.
Yes, Unleash Catering.
Yes,
Food and
yes.
Sales
Shout out to
today.
Unleash Catering for
Yes.
sponsoring our
Wait a
treats
minute, where
for
those-
today.
I got to talk about them cupcakes you were showing. I was like, I hope she has some
Oh,
cupcakes.
The cupcakes. No, those cupcakes traveled. Shout out to Hillary. I know she's watching. If she's not watching, she's gonna watch the replay. And her daughter, Molly Cakes, Hartford, Connecticut.
Really?
Girl.
Oh, no, listen.
Girl.
If I could grab them through the phone, I was like, banana.
She said if I could grab them through the phone. Yes.
If I need, but yeah. Oh, okay, we're gonna eat good today. Yes.
Yes. We're gonna eat good today. And so who up here has who's ordered their noon juice? Crickets.
You said
Crickets.
Oh,
Who pre-ordered the noon juice? See, y'all so dead wrong. You know what?
No.
I put my book out last Friday.
I'm gonna
I
get
put
it.
my book out.
Oh.
I put my pre-order.
Did you bring your books with you?
No, pre-order.
She said
So
pre-order.
got you.
Pre-order. So
I'm gonna
when you
pre-order.
pre-order it, remember?
I want you to sign it and I want it here.
Autograph.
And then I'll
That's
give
right.
it
We're gonna have a book.
Oh, so you coming to
everything.
get your book? So you're not gonna pre-order?
No,
They should have been here tonight.
So listen, no, Nicole.
They should have been
I
here
can't wait
tonight.
till you retire, Nicole.
They should have been here tonight.
No, the books can't be here tonight. It's for pre-order.
Pre-order is to set it off.
Could you tell them the pre-order is? It's like, remember back in the days, you couldn't wait to go to that concert. They'd be like, yo, tickets drop tonight. And everybody, if you got American Express, you get the first
I
dibs.
get it.
Right.
concert is 6 months away.
I'm waiting when she gets the book.
So, Corrine, when your book comes out, you got to do pre-orders too.
Yes, you do.
And you got to do
Yes,
pre-orders. And I'm
yes.
speaking it into fruition.
Everybody.
Your
that's
your
the route.
spices, when you slinging
Here it is.
spices,
We need
Your-
some spice. Wait,
when
hold on.
your spice book come out,
Hold on. The question is, she got 2 spices tonight. Who's getting them spices, sis?
So yeah, I
Oh,
only have.
ooh.
Listen,
Ooh.
look at.
I'm
listen,
gonna be a
listen,
drawer.
listen,
she gonna get some for you and break it down. Like, remember back in the days,
I'm putting sis on blast.
Listen, I'm sorry.
she got the
I
spices. She breaking it down.
I'm sold out. But y'all gonna
Oh,
hit me up.
see how they treat me about my book?
No, we
Well,
got you, Jackie. I got you.
No, I got you. I'm giving
Yes,
give y'all
see how
give
they
me
treat
a
me?
card.
I was hoping. I was like, I'm gonna
But
come get me a
You
sweater
can follow
too.
me on IG.
Yes.
Perfect blend seasoning, no S.
What,
Perfect
babe?
Blend
I was ready for my
What
sweater
happened?
tonight. I'm like,
Follow
yeah, let
me
me.
on
You didn't.
Facebook
You wanted a
at
sweater. You didn't tell me.
I
What
thought
size
you
sweater you want?
said a
My
medium.
email at
Y'all mother-
When I get there.
Yo.
Sometime next year.
All
right.
All y'all had to say. Listen. All y'all had to say was, "Have me. I want Queen's Own Trip. I want a medium. I want this. I want that. I want that."
You're right.
Like
Well, I'll get the
y'all know
other one
what?
you
Only
got.
thing I drive around with really is pocketbooks for homeless people. Y'all already know that. That's a given. Number
I
one.
should've-
Number
Why didn't you tell
two.
us to bring anything?
Let me finish. Number two. This is Joe Parker. Shout out to Joe.
Hey.
Reflex Radio. That's the
Hey,
owner.
Joe.
Let's give a round of applause for Joe Parker.
Yes.
Hey, Joe.
Thank you, Joe.
So look, only thing I really ride around with is that. But then I have some merchandise. So I have my money, my power, my respect shirts in the trunk. I told y'all that.
Mhm.
And
In
Corrine
the
knows
trunk.
I mail her stuff. And I never see you, so I know I'm gonna have to mail you your stuff.
Yeah, but I'm gonna get something today.
So,
And I'm gonna pre-order my book.
yeah,
and
so
I'm gonna-
that was my question.
All right,
My question was, all I wanted to know was, I wanted to tell the people that didn't know. Today was day 7, right? So I put it out last Friday, Noon Jewels, Pieces of Me, Volume 1.
Congratulations.
Round of applause.
Woo! Black
Round
woman,
of applause.
strong
Yes,
black woman.
yes.
Doing her
Round
thing.
of applause for Noon Jewels. As if I'm not doing enough. So I put
Listen,
the Noon Jewels out.
There's many avenues you can travel to get it. So do
Yes.
it all. It's
Namaste.
okay.
So the
That's
Noon
right.
Jewels pre-order is out. Okay. Hustle and Motivate University
I want that.
sweaters out.
I want that.
My money, my power, my respect. Queens don't trip. We adjust our crowns. Love, pray, hustle, motivate, repeat is out.
Come on.
And y'all are all hustlers. So don't act like y'all not, because y'all cops.
Yeah.
And behind the
Oh,
benches.
you never saw
y'all all gotta hustle. This one be all over the world. Don't follow her Instagram if you want inspiration or know what to wear. Let me introduce y'all Instagram. If you want prayer, tune into Corrine on Wednesdays. Okay?
Yes,
Tune into the
come
Prayer
on.
Warrior Woman Wednesday.
Come on.
Follow her on Facebook, retired Officer Corrine. Okay. If you want woman to woman and you want when she feel like it, y'all. When she feel like it, you can get
I'm
up with
coming back. I'm coming back.
get up with Officer Jennings when she feels like, but she's full of love and inspiration. She is on Instagram. You can follow her.
Yes.
If you want to follow Ms. Meach, if you don't know how to dress or put your clothes together and you need to be styled up, she is the traveling blogger. We speaking that into fruition.
Nicole, so
Yes. And if you want any kind of inspiration or motivation or support, or you want your kids to know how to step for real, holla at Rachel.
Come on.
Holla at Rachel, and I'm coming to the wedding. I don't care nothing about no COVID, and don't hit me with that. It's one invite only ticket. Don't hit me. I'm coming. Telling you, I'm coming.
Okay.
So tell your husband I'm coming. With a +1. And then if
Who's
you
the
want,
Who's the Real
I don't
talk.
know.
Real talk. Who's the
I don't
plus
have
one? Come
anyone.
on. Come on. Stop it. She already claimed the +1.
I don't have anyone. Internet, I don't have anyone.
But you claimed it, so.
Because I'm just
She did.
by September there'll be a +1.
There you go.
All right.
Right? We touching and agreeing.
Yeah, we touched
Hit it, hit it.
That's right. We touched and agreeing.
Speak that into existence. So by
By
September, I will have a +1. Says
that will be
Officer
the
Jennings.
right one.
That will be the right one.
Come on.
+1, that will be the right
That's
one.
right.
Get it?
No game.
You about to
We
sit?
ain't playing
Yeah.
no game.
Right. And then we have parole. Guys, don't be scared. Some people that's watch, don't be scared. I'm still me. I'm still me. Don't be scared, y'all. But this is Officer Gilmore, and she has seasonings. And you can find her. Call me Carla on Instagram. What is your Instagram?
So
Because she got 8 of them. Which one is your
I just
Instagram?
Okay, I have one at can you call me Carla? The other Instagram is Perfect Blend Seasoning, no S.
Perfect blend season.
Perfect
Just
Blend.
follow her right there. We all about the business
Hold
pages.
on,
Follow her
on.
business
I got the
page.
Facebook, Perfect Blends Seasonings.
Could they like it or
With the
request it?
With the S.
Which one is
with,
it?
With the S. On
Okay.
Facebook is with the S.
Is a like, request, or
Request.
a group?
It's a group. I'm new to that whole how to work the social media, but I
You on
just set up
Facebook
a
too,
group.
Meech?
Yeah.
No. Okay.
So it's a group. I guess you can request and I'll approve you, but you better be coming in there and not just be looking around. You better.
There you go. Put the badge away. You selling seasonings now.
No, listen.
Just say you better not be
Listen.
coming in there looking around.
So you see her authority.
Listen,
Put the badge away, woman.
I'm very humble up in that group. Ain't no boss girl stuff going on in there. I'm very humble. Since I launched Perfect Blend Seasonings, the reception has been well. So
Nice.
I'm truly grateful. And come join me. Come get down. You can also hit me up at Mrs. G 1977, tell my age, at outlook.com. I got 14 ounce, 7 ounce. My prices are reasonable. I have hot and mild. That's what we're just starting out. So we only have 2 flavors, hot and mild. And I ship everywhere. and I make local deliveries. So hit me up. Don't be shy. I'm not shy. I need my business to take off. Yes. And
hello.
And if you know me, you know I really know. I know how to get down. So all right.
Okay, we're gonna take a commercial break really quickly, and we'll be right back, guys. We'll be right back. Let me see, Nasia, how I do this? Number 8.
Which one is that on?
Perfect blend seasoning.
It's without the S. That's on IG. You see some more.
I'm learning how to do it now. I'm playing a song. Because I can't believe I know how to do it. Play Take a Ride with Me.
Welcome home, nigga. Take a ride with me. 30 minutes on a boat on the other side when niggas be sticking cause they broke. Take a ride with me. Niggas be sipping up coke, broke bottles, crack sales, they giving up hope. Take a ride with me. On that 52 bus in the slums of S.I. where they strictly ruthless. Take a ride with me. We coming live from the ferry, we done seen and lived it all. Ain't nothing you can tell me. Many claims steady hating, but the truth remains. My money come long and fast like a choo-choo train. R.I.P. to the fam, hound, cuckoo fame. So many soldiers, we done lost, shit is boo-boo, man. But don't get it twisted, I don't wanna lose you games, but niggas can't touch the shot, which I do the same. So my goonies bang, watch me as I do my thing. I got the smoothest slang ladies, so they who this man I came up in hard times in a borough full of danger. My guard minds never had to be a gangster. Apartheid in my hood is a shame, but we change up like a dime, get your bank up. I'm so S.I. with it. She said me cash in my S.I. fit. Simple town now born, gotta rep my shit, and they ain't talking about shit unless I spit it. Cash moves everything on my statin flow. Whoopers blasting on tactics to stack my throat. Where I'm from, niggas dumb down to off your daughter. Don't believe, come across the water. True shit, nigga. Take a ride with me. 30 minutes on a boat on the other side when niggas be sticking cause they broke. Take a ride with me. Niggas be sipping up coke, broke bottles, crack sales, they giving up hope. Take a ride with me. On that 52 bus in the slums of S.I. where they strictly ruthless. Take a ride with me. We coming live from the ferry with the scene and lived it all. Ain't nothing you can tell me. Your boy hustle in the house. Yeah, now the money pounding, I love my account. So close to the bread, no wonder where I'll be found. Married to the loot, my mistress is the boot. Santa Claus with the toys, bringing Christmas to you. Shot spit is ill, like I'm sick with the flu. Embarrassed the whole to the boot. Homie, I spit what I do. I'm trying to get rich so I can get a crib for my crew. Yeah, for my mom so she can live on the cruise. No bragging, I'm telling you before I hit the news. Yeah, Slate got it. Flex giving it the clue. I'm beating the track up. Say edge.
Y'all mics is off. Y'all mics are off.
I stack now and blow. Bring the world back to tune. Take a ride with me. 30 minutes on a boat on the other side when niggas be sticking cause they broke.
Hey guys, so we back. We about to wrap up. Thank you to all my beautiful officers that came in today. I want to give a shout out to them. Next week we will be here with Queens Don't Trip. We adjust our crowns. The committee. Shout out to my committee. Talking about guns and how to protect ourselves legally and our businesses for all our women and men out there. So today was amazing. And I just want to turn y'all mics on real quick so you ladies could say goodbye, peace and blessings. And we out of here. We done. I'm done. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. Y'all want to wrap it up? Y'all want to say peace? Y'all want to say peace and blessings?
Peace and blessings.
Peace and blessings, everyone. Women behind the badge.
Hey.
Yes, we round of applause. Yes. This is a great one. Thank you guys for tuning in. I have my beautiful sisters here. Now I'm gonna go hug them before we get kicked out and I pay my rent for another hour. And we gotta take some pictures. Nasia, how do I do this now? She live our best life. How do I do this? All right, so peace and blessings, guys. Should I just press N, or I don't even gotta press N? I could just let it rock, right? I'm gonna let it rock. All right.
You guys all live in Staten Island?
No, I'm up. I live in.
Huh?
Oh, okay. So I can follow you.